and welcome back to the most amazing channel on the internet. I'm your most amazing host, Rebecca Felgate, and today we're delving into the deep dark world of Craigslist as we talk the top 10 scary Craigslist stories. Now, any site that provides its users with a certain degree of anonymity should be approached with a lot of caution, so please do be careful when using sites like Craigslist yourself. Also, evil people using the site for no good, let this list be a warning to you because almost everyone here got caught and is rotting in jail. Okay, let's do this. Coming in at number 10, we have America's Most Wanted Roommate. In 2013, Brian Boucher advertised for a new roommate on Craigslist. Pretty standard practice. Boucher managed to find a new mate, no problem. Enter John Williams, except he wasn't John Williams at all, although we aren't at that part of the story yet. Boucher found his new roommate to be very strange. He wouldn't socialize and he'd spent hours on end locked in his room. One day after the pair had been living together for 10 months, Boucher picked the lock on his roomie's door when he was out. Turns out good old John had been keeping extensive notes on his roomie. Not only that, he'd taken a note of his credit card numbers, internet passwords, and drawn an entire diagram of his family. Oh, and John actually turned out to be a guy named Dino Lawrence Smith, who was on America's Most Wanted list for his part in a $10 million jewelry heist. Yeah, make better choices, people. Make better choices. Coming in at number 9, we have accidental heist assistants. Ever answered a Craigslist advertisement for work, then realized you've accidentally agreed to be part of a heist? No? Well, 15 laborers in Monroe, Washington did just that. Asked to wear jeans, a blue shirt, work shoes, and a yellow safety vest, the group had no idea that for just $28.50 an hour, they'd agreed to assist in a Bank of America heist. This was elaborately thought up by Anthony Crusoe. The then 28-year-old carried off a well-planned heist using the laborers as decoys. Eventually, he was caught, but not before gaining national attention and admiration for his scheme. Coming into number 8, we have many sad cases of sexual predators lurking. There have been countless stories of sexual predators using Craigslist to find victims, but recently in December 2017, a woman from Kitchener, Canada was caught using the site to sexually abuse a 7-year-old girl. It seems a paedophile ring was operating below the surface of Craigslist, and a man managed to list his girlfriend's 7-year-old daughter on the site in exchange for money. I mean, this is deeply disturbing and disgusting to know that this is going on below the surface of one of the world's biggest websites. Eventually, the whole ring in Hamilton, Ontario was exposed, thank goodness. Coming in at number 7, we have the killer carer. You have to be careful who you hire off Craigslist, and while I feel this goes without saying, stories like this one happen all too often. In 2011, 70-year-old Mary Jane Scanlon advertised on Craigslist for a carer. She didn't think to screen her applicants and ended up hiring Diane Warwick as her helper, only she didn't know that she'd spent 6 years in a mental hospital and had a drug problem. After working for the £85 pensioner for a short time, Warwick stabbed her repeatedly in her bed. Sadly, the pensioner died, but luckily Warwick was sent to jail for 31 years. Coming into number 6, we have the sad story of a fake babysitting advertisement. 20-year-old Michael John Anderson lured 24-year-old Catherine Ann Olsen to his home with a fake advert on Craigslist. In October 2007, he posted that he was seeking a babysitter. However, prosecutors in his murder trial said that he was simply looking to kill someone. When Olsen, who had found other work on the site, showed up at Anderson's parents' house, the 20-year-old shot her and then stuffed her body in a car. When speaking to the press, her father said, "Catherine was unfortunately too trusting. She had found benefits on Craigslist, but in her trusting nature, she fell into this trap." Another trap at number 5, we have diamond death. In April 2010, James Sanders made the fatal error of advertising a diamond ring on Craigslist. A woman got in touch in response, telephoning to say that she was interested in buying the ring for Mother's Day. When the Sanders family arranged a meeting so that the interested buyers could view the diamond at their home in Edgewood, Washington, they quickly discovered it was all a ruse. Their family was held at gunpoint and James was killed trying to protect his 14-year-old son. The murderers Kiyoshi Higashi, Joshua Racine, Amanda Knight, and Kablan Berniard were all in their 20s and they were arrested and sent to jail. Coming in at number 4, we have the story of Philip Markoff. Philip Markoff was sent to jail in 2009 following the murder of Jalissa Brisman, a woman who he'd met by responding to an advert offering massage services. Brisman was a 25-year-old aspiring actress with some financial problems, which led her to offer up massages on Craigslist. Markoff was an engaged trainee doctor with a secret pastime of brutalizing women he met online. When he he met Brisman in April 2009, he bludgeoned and shot her. He then went to a casino, leaving her body on a 20th floor Marriott suite in Boston, Massachusetts. When she was found, detectives traced her emails to Markoff, who later committed suicide in jail. Coming into number 3, we have Craigslist Hunters. Lone survivor 48-year-old Scott Davis answered a Craigslist advertisement for work as a farmhand. The listing read, "We need someone to watch our farm down in southern Ohio. Live for free in a double-wide trailer. Nothing in the way of duties except to take in the peacefulness of the countryside and remark on the changing seasons. Oh, and make sure no one steals any farm equipment." The pay advertised was $300 a week, which sounds alright. I guess you get to live for free, so, you know. Davis thought so anyway. He applied to work for 52-year-old Rich Beasley and 16-year-old Brogan Rafferty. After fending off what he believed to be hundreds of applicants, Davis went for an interview to be told that he had the job. On his way down to check out the farm, Beasley and Rafferty lured him into a trap and shot him. Unlike 3 guys before him, he managed to get away bleeding. Eventually he found his way to a rural house where he convinced the owners to call the police. When they arrived, they found that the pair of assailants had made a trick of this. They'd actually buried 3 other single men before Davis in shallow graves. Coming into number 2, we have the Long Island Killer. 4 bodies discovered in Gilgo Beach on Long Island have been linked to a Craigslist killer. Maureen Brainard Barnes, Melissa Bartholomew, Megan Waterman, and Amber Lynn Costello were all in their 20s. They were all found dead along the strip between 2009 and 2010. Now, all of the girls had advertised their services as an escort on the site. It's thought that the much famed Long Island Killer uses the site as one of his resources to find murder victims. I don't even know how to go about talking about what happened at number 1. Basically, a woman cut an unborn baby out of a pregnant woman's womb, which is just horrifying. Michelle Wilkins responded to an advert for free maternity clothes. Little did she know, the woman behind the listing had some dark intentions. 24-year-old Wilkins travelled to 35-year-old Danelle Lane's house to look at the clothes. Lane then lured her into the basement, hit her over the head with a glass bottle, stabbed her, and cut out her 7-month-old baby fetus from her stomach. In a weird twist of events, Lane went to the Longmont emergency room with the stillborn baby, exactly the same place that Wilkins ended up when she managed to call 911, feeling her insides falling out of her. Danelle Lane was sentenced to 100 years in prison, and like, what a horrifying Craigslist story. So guys, that was the top 10 scary Craigslist stories. Once again, please do be careful when using anonymous sites like that. Thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of Most Amazing Top 10. Please don't forget to leave us a comment, maybe give us a happy Craigslist story just for, you know, some good times. I need the good times. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate. I'll see you guys in the next video, but for now, please do leave us a thumbs up and stay subscribed. Bye!